What do you think the Rams need to do or the Cardinals need to do to come out with a victory in this game?
Rams need to find a way to get Odell back on the ball because the Cardinals are going to try to take Cooper Kupp away. Even though that's impossible, I think Odell got to be a part of this game plan. I think he got to show up a little more. And Matthew Stafford underthrew him last week. I know he's trying to get caught up to speed. He lost to Burner and Robert Woods. So, it takes time to develop that deep ball chemistry. So I think that needs to show up at some point. They need some big plays. Can't just rely on Cooper Kupp. And for Arizona, it's a quarterback-driven league. It's about Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are going to go as Kyler go. Defensively, they're going to make some plays and they're going to stay in some ball games. Offensively, they got weapons. But this team goes as Kyler goes, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
When you're a team like LA Rams and you know that the Cardinals are going to try to take away Cooper Kupp, when you say get Odell Beckham the ball, are we calling a deep far corner for him? Are we calling a throwback for him? Are we setting up a double move early in the game? All the above? How are you trying to get a guy like Odell Beckham the ball?
You get him in a rhythm. He got to touch it. He got to touch the ball. I don't care how he touch it. Great players just need to touch the ball. It's not always about getting a catch. It's not always about catching the ball deep. You can give him a reverse, and he can get 35 yards, and now he to the floor of the game. You just got to keep his mind in the game. It's easy to wander off mentally when you're not a part of the game plan. And I know receivers, as much as they run, and that's why I mentioned Keenan Allen earlier with Justin Herbert, I don't feel like he's been touching it enough. He's a difference maker. Difference makers got to touch the ball. They got to be heavily involved. So when I say that, I mean just get him the ball. It's a lot of space. You got a creative mind. Get him the ball. Let him touch it.
I always thought I couldn't agree more. Being a guy that I think the hardest thing for me when I was playing in the NFL, every player is their best player in the NFL is by far, or unless you're on a crazy high school team, the best player in your high school team, probably the best player in the county or the region or whatever it is in high school. You go to college, same thing. You're the best player on your team most likely, or one of the best, right? It's not like 10 guys. Well, not all of us play on Alabama where 10 guys are getting drafted, right?
Yeah.
And so you're used to touching the ball. You're used to being part of the game plan. You're used to having that. Then I got to the NFL, and I had to earn my way to get some touches.
Yeah.
And I can say by far staying connected to the game, when I hadn't touched the ball in 3 quarters, and all of a sudden it's a 3rd and 7, and they finally call my number, like to turn it on then was always that hardest thing. Because, like, man, it would have been nice if I had a little bubble screen here or a little, like, underneath reverse or something like that, or even an option route early in the game. Because that rhythm, people forget how important that rhythm is, and I don't think as a quarterback they talk enough about that, because they often talk about keeping a quarterback on rhythm. 1, 2, 3, throw the slant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, throw the dig.
Rhythm was important to me, so I know rhythm is important to running back. Every position.
Is it the word rhythm? Like it's the flow of the game, right? Because especially in playoffs, it's got to be the intensity and the speed, right?
It's on our level, and this is good for people to hear. Like, I got this moment. Yeah, I'm good. I got this. You can come to me. This defender in front of me can't guard me. You throw it this way, I'm catching. I'm coming up with it. I'm winning in my mind. So you got to win mentally. You got to win mentally, even when you're not being productive. You're not catching the ball. You got to stay. You might have to make a key block downfield. They broke on the other side. It's football real. Dave, it's hot, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot.
Oh, yeah. You never want to be the guy that didn't hustle backside and cost Arian Foster an 82-yard touchdown. That's the easiest way to lose. You'll lose a friend. Not only will you get cut, you'll lose a friend.
Right.
Aaron Foster, he won't talk to you at the end of the week. He's like, man, I'm blocking middle linebackers on whatever.
Serious business.
Yeah, you better go get your corner.